MORTEZ Sellers, father of 4, Damari, age 26, Cortez, age 17, Caitlin, age 16, and Sydney, age 4.
Hi, my name is Kevin. I'm a father of 1. She's 3 years old. Her name is CAMERAMEN.
Aaron Copeland, father of 2 beautiful daughters. Ariana, 9 years old, and 3 years old, I'm sorry. She'll be 4 in September.
Man, father of 1, you know, I'm the doggone CEO of BOOBEE Entertainment.
My name is Richard Henson. I'm the father of 5 kids. Eli, 16, Amaya, 13, Cheyenne, 12, James, 9, and Sydney, 11.
What's going on, man? It's Raymond Pack. I'm father of 3. My oldest son, Quan, is 22. My daughter, Michaela, is 21. And my youngest son, Tyson, is 13.
How old was I when I had my first kid? I was 30 years old. I always thought that I would have my kids early, 16, 17, 18, like, because we used to be wilding out back in the day, but I always thought I would be younger when I had my kids, but I ended up waiting it out and ended up being 30, man. Yup. Hit a milestone.
I was 17 when I found out about my first child.
And how did you find out?
My daughter's mom. She took a pregnancy test, came back positive, then she made a doctor's appointment just to confirm it. That came back positive, and that was it.
I was over the road. Actually, I came home for jury duty. And I was home for like a week, maybe like 2 weeks, and then my girlfriend, well, my wife now, she told me, woke me up. It's like, babe, guess what? I'm pregnant. I said, wow.
How was your reaction?
Like, wow. But it's like shocked, but happy at the same time. Also, especially when I found out that she was supposed to have twins.
Oh. My baby mother at the time, well, my girlfriend at the time, she pretty much told me while I was at work. And what was your reaction? I had tears of joy. Super happy at work, man.
I was actually at work. I was working at Fame in South DeKalb Mall, and the mother of my child, she called me and was like, so I'm pregnant. I was like, okay, what do you want me to do about it? She was like, I mean, say something. I was like, well, we knew what we were doing, so.
My initial reaction, I just was like, wow, kind of laughed a little bit, but just was in shock.
I'm scared to hell, scared to death. Just bringing life into the world, a lot of responsibility.
Even though I was young, I was actually excited.
So, all right, you pregnant. She was like, that's all you got to say? Yeah, I mean, what I'm gonna do? We got a child on the way. I'm gonna have to put some money up, do some stuff. So it is what it is, but it didn't shake me, man. Like some people that get scared or whatnot, it didn't shake me though. It was just like, oh man, I'm about to be a dad. So it was cool for me though.
Well, I'm a sports player, man. I wanted the boy bad. I wanted the boy bad, but I mean, it is what it is. That's what God blessed me with,
Dope.
Funniest moments. Let's see. One time, Nayani, she, growing up, as a baby, she was getting breastfed. So, one time Q had left, and Nayani was just crying, crying. She wasn't taking a bottle, she wasn't taking a pacifier, none of that. She was just letting me have it. So I literally had to rock her in my arms, walk around the entire house, rocking her for however long her mom was out. And then she didn't settle down until her mom came back with that breast milk. So yeah, man, that was funny. Now that I look back on it, it was funny. But at the time, it was not funny.
My youngest one is probably the funniest one, man. Like, she's theatrical. So, like, at 4 years old, she say things, I'd be like, how the hell you even know what that means? So, like, she be reenacting, like, videos and stuff like that. I can't even explain it. Like, you just have to see it. She should have her own channel, like on YouTube or something. It's crazy.
I would say my funniest moment would have to be, I don't know, just being around them, you know, laughing and joking in the house, or when my daughter's, you know, we was at the house and she has this little song that she liked to sing, and then we laugh and joke about that. So that's the best for me.
With Ari, one time she was about 3 years old, and she was sleepy, tired. We sat her on the counter because my wife was doing her hair, and she was eating Doritos, and she was falling asleep, like, but still asleep while she was eating Doritos. I said, baby, you need to keep this video and send it to the Super Bowl commercial or something. She ended up deleting it. Well, not deleting it. My daughter ended up made a mistake and deleted her phone. I was mad because that was been bread.
Funniest moment of fatherhood. Man, I have plenty. Now, I think it's just, I wouldn't even say it's funny. I think it's just seeing my daughter like act as silly as I am, man, and to see like she has that trait that I have of being silly all the time. Like, it's just an enjoyable moment, because I mean, everything that's going on in life, everything can't be so serious. So to be able to see her act silly, be clumsy, and can just walk and fall, that does me good. We just sit there, we'll just laugh about it.
I see a lot of me in all my kids. Some of them, you know, as far as being stubborn, intelligent, having their own minds, yeah, I see a lot of me in them.
Man. I see a lot. Everything from, you know, little short ticks to attitudes. Is there a certain way they smile, certain little movements. Like, it's crazy how much of me I see in them. Even my youngest child, like I said, not biologically mine, but I've been in his life so much that I guess I grew on him as well.
I see myself and my kids a lot, man. Besides them being my identical twins, their personalities, their creativity, and just them making up their own rules. You know what I'm saying? That aspect I actually like. Like, they just so smart and intelligent. It's amazing how kids just take their own thoughts and just put it out there. Excuse me. It's just amazing, man. How kids grow and just be so brilliant. It's a beautiful thing.
Man. Well, in the earliest, like between the newborn to like maybe 9, it was all up in the face, everything. Like, everything. Her hands, her feet, her demeanor, everything was like daddy. But now as she's starting to get older, she's starting to look like her mom. She's starting to talk like her mom, attitude like her mom. So it's like my first 9 years was her. Like, everything is disappearing, but she used to have so much of me in her, man. But one thing I can say that she's definitely as cool as a fan like I am, though. Definitely.
One time when Eli was, he was a toddler. I remember he like pooped in his diaper, and Eli used to have a thing of when he would wake up in the morning time, he would always shake the rail, bang, 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 bang. You know he was up. So I just took forever to get, I was like, all right, he'd be all right. I'm going there. Man, when I went in there, he had crap painted on the walls, on the crib, just everywhere. Just, when I say everywhere, I don't know how, it was like everywhere.
Okay, now, out of the 5 kids, who's the spoiled ones?
Oh, that has to be probably my daughter, Amaya.
Okay, who's the bad?
And I wouldn't say anybody's bad, but the youngest, James, he has a lot of mouth. He has an answer for everything. So, I mean, he's been here before.
And who's the clown?
Clown, probably the 2 girls. They always goofy, just goofy.
Well, I see a lot of me in my sons. My daughter, she's a split image of her beautiful mother.
I'm pretty stern, but also my wife is like just take it or leave it. But I'm more go hard in the paint than she will. But I also try to, give them a voice because they people too, so they might see something differently than the way I do it. My wife's not doing it. She's like, nah, that's whatever. But when it comes to holding up a punishment, that's me all day.
Spoiled by me or by their mother?
The most spoiled kid. Yeah, I guess by daddy.
Oh man. By me, my youngest one probably get away with the most compared to the other ones. I was real hard on the other ones, especially my boys. But my youngest girl probably get away with the most. My other daughter, because she's so close in age with my son, she probably got treated just like them.
I'm stern.
Is that true? Having a little girl, is that 100% facts?
100% facts.
Stern. Okay,
Stern.
we gonna have to go back and check. We're gonna check back on you.
Okay.
Am I stern or a pushover? I say stern because when my kids ask me for something, I always go through the talk with them like, do you need it or do you want it? And then I actually give them the talk, and then after that, I end up getting it. So I guess I'm stern and a pushover, because I eventually get it. You know what I'm saying? So, because they don't need much, but when they ask for something, I most likely get it for them. So I'm pretty much a pushover and I'm stern. It's like 50-50. Yeah.
Now we're gonna have to go back to the tapes because you had some daughters in there, so
Yeah.
we gonna have to approve that. That's the second dad that said that they stern with daughters, so we're gonna have to approve that.
If you talk to my daughters, well, my youngest one, like I'm not as stern with her as I was, like I said, with the other ones. But if you talk to my older daughter, she'll tell you like she ain't get no breaks. You know what I'm saying? My youngest daughter, like I said, she may get away with a little bit more, but she leans more towards her mom. You know what I'm saying? Like she don't try to push over one daddy like that. She go to mom for everything. So.
It depends. I got a mix with both. As far as discipline, the way she carries herself and acts, schoolwork and stuff like that, I'm definitely very stern. But when it comes to other stuff, like I'm a little more, she'll push over. A little kind of, I don't really too tough play around with the attitude, too tough like that, because I don't want her to develop a nasty attitude. So I'm pretty stern about that. But everything else is pretty much laid back, like, because I want her to be her own self, like not try to be like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I do allow her to do certain things, and I always tell her like, hey, I'm gonna let you start making a few decisions, but at the same time, we're gonna adjust because your decisions may not be up to par yet because you are young. But at the same time, I'm gonna let you do that. I'm just gonna correct you a little bit on your stuff. So I definitely am trying to mold her into developing her own characteristics and not being like everybody else. But I'm definitely 50-50 when it comes to that stern and being a pushover.
Sorry, because she's the youngest right now. So, I mean, well, both of them were spoiled
But she's more spoiled.
Well, the youngest, yeah.
Who's the funny one? Who's the clown one? Who's the one that keep
Sorry.
everybody laughing?
Sorry, cause my oldest, she like a young lady now, so she in this classy mode now that she's a CEO of her own company, so.
So she's the more serious
She's
one.
the more, yeah, sometimes she's, funny and all that, but Zari is the more joke time one.
The greatest thing my kids ever did for me is just be successful. You know, they all ride their own paths, and they're just good good people.
She didn't really do too much, but one of the greatest things she did was draw me a picture. And we went to this little painting party for my cousin. She drew me a picture, a nice little sun, nice little pretty purple grass. It was cute. I liked it.
That's what's up.
When they come back and they tell me I'm right about something, like funny story. The whole middle school time, I'm telling him, you need to stick with these grades can get you where you need to be. And he was just out floundering, but I know how smart the kid is, and the teachers, like, they know how smart he is, but he just wasn't putting forth the effort. But ever since he's been in high school, he's made the honor roll every marking period, and he, like, when his 6 weeks into his freshman year in high school, he come to me, Dad, I don't have to play basketball or run track to get a scholarship. I get a scholarship by just getting good grades. And it's like, finally, the light bulb went off. I'm like, dude, I've been saying this to you since you was 8 or 9. So now you wait till you're 14, 15, and all of a sudden the light come on. I was like, you could have saved me all my head.
Comfort me, man. We all go through stuff, you know what I'm saying? And there was a time where I was having like some hard times, and I was in tears, and my kids was like right there, like we got you, picking me up like every step of the way. So
The greatest thing my kids ever did for me, besides them being born, that's a blessing in itself. Just them being themselves, having their own mind, their own thoughts. That is just so awesome to me. I don't ask for much. I don't need much. You know what I'm saying? I got everything, but just them being themselves, being smart, taking care of their school stuff, taking care of their room, handling everything. I don't need much, man. Just them being themselves. That's all I need.
Understand. That's what I would say. During the time, everything is I'm not rich, pretty much. Financial issues, they come. And one of the best things that kind of warms my heart is when a young teens kind of, understand that and console at, during different times.
If it's one thing that you can tell your kids, advice, what would it be for life?
Always have a plan as far as your finances, balancing a checkbook, how to buy a house, things that, we didn't come up with, but those things are becoming more and more important, and the opportunities for this next generation is greater than ever. The sky's truly the limit. There's no limit to what they can do.
The trait that I want to instill into my daughter, I want to instill in her to hustle, because we live in a day of time and times where it's messed up out here, and you can work on the job one day, and they can just totally come and snatch it from up under you the next day. Especially in a time like this right now with this corona and all this crazy stuff going on. A lot of people been laid off, a lot of people been fired, but guess what? I'm trying to show her, like, guess what? Your dad, he doesn't work for anybody. So if you're not working for anybody, you can't get fired. You're not gonna fire yourself. You need money to take care of yourself. So, hey, get out here and get it. You gotta hustle. I don't care what nobody, I tell, this is even just not for my daughter, it's for every kid in America. Like, man, adopt you a hustle. adopt you a hustle, stick with it. It's hard. Don't get me wrong, it's hard, but at the same time, adopt you a hustle. Cause I'm telling you, that hustle will pay off in the long run. And guess what? You can't fire yourself. If you fire yourself, that means you did something wrong. But guess what? Even if you do end up firing yourself, learn from your mistakes.
Oh God, advice wise, just remember your principles, you know what I'm saying? Like your core values. Because if you live by your core values, then it's hard for you, you know, to go wrong and get stirred in the wrong path or get mixed up with the wrong people. You know, there are certain values I try to instill within my kids. You know what I mean, that was passed along to me from my parents, from my mom, my dad. So I try to instill certain values into my kids. And as long as they follow those values, you know, they're gonna be straight. I mean, that's not saying things won't be hard, but they're less likely to get to something that's gonna really get them into something like trouble.
Don't ever try to be anybody else. Always be yourself, cool, calm, and collected.
You can do anything that you put your mind to. You know, just like I would always tell her, people never thought we was gonna have a black president. We end up having a black president. So it's like, and then also I also have them looking at, you know, looking at Michelle Obama, you know, just to see where she came from, you know, stuff like that. What we're going through now, it can get better. Just work hard at everything you do, pretty much.
That's what's up, huh?
Be you. Just continue to be yourself. And don't be a leader. Don't follow the paths of other people, because what God has for you is for you. It ain't for everybody else.
Regardless of what comes your way in life, do what you feel is right for you. Don't let anyone make a choice for you. Always make your own choices. And if anyone has any issues with the choices that you make, as far as, you know, friends, things of that nature, then they're not the people for you. So always follow your heart and do what it is that you want to do.
My kids have made me a better person by me just seeing life differently, like seeing the world different. It's not about me anymore. It's about them. It's about their future, their well-being. I got to make better steps, make better decisions, and just take life more serious. Get my business all the way off the ground, you know, put 100% of my energy into them and just make their life better, man. Better than what I had.